what's up everyone? And as always, Merry Christmas. If you can't accept that, then Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever, Happy Holidays. I don't know what holidays you celebrate, but most importantly to me, it's Merry Christmas. And it's time for another countdown. This time it's on Christmas specials. That's right, Christmas specials. Not Christmas movies. We're talking about mainly made for TV or released right to DVD, VHS, those kind of deal. Not movies. Just basic Christmas specials. Yeah, they can be old ones, they could be new ones, it doesn't matter. It can't be a movie. Bottom line. So, let's take a look at the top 10 best, and I mean best Christmas specials, at least in my opinion. And this is my opinion, people, and I'm sure most people can agree, others may not agree, but hey, anybody's got their own opinion. So, let's do it! Number 10, Beavis and Butthead Do Christmas. Okay, yeah, I'll let this one slide. Obviously, because it's more than one episode's put into just one special. Obviously, if you have the DVD or VHS tape, you'll know that for sure. There's, of course, the shorts with the Yule log where they're laughing and commenting about it. There's, of course, the couple of shorts with the letters to Santa Butthead where Beavis is the reindeer, which is still pretty funny. But the main episodes, of course, are two, which, once again, I'll let slide. But come on, it's Christmas. We can cut a little bit of slack nowadays. First one obviously parodies, just like any other episode, A Christmas Carol, where Beavis falls asleep at the fast food place while the boss is, yelling at him. And, yeah, when I say work, I mean that term loosely, and I'm sure anybody can agree. They do a lousy job. And he dreams that he's the boss, and he causes misery on everyone's life. So basically, he's Scrooge, and he gets all the visiting, from... He gets the visits from all the different ghosts, which are obviously the main characters from the show. The past, present, and future. And it shows, all the consequences of, if you watch Christmas Carol, you would know this. And it's a pretty amusing take on it. I especially love the end where Mr. Buzzcut, that nasty-ass gym coach teacher of theirs, he's the, ghost of the future. And he shows, Beavis never scored. That I thought was funny as hell. And he wakes up, as you guess, and pretty much gets back to reality. The second one, of course, is a take on It's a Wonderful Life. And as always, it's funny, and you don't give a shit. And yeah, I know it doesn't really do anything to change them or whatever. And Butthead is visited by a guardian angel, as you guess, and he's shown the world that it will be better. Yeah, it's called It's a Miserable Life. That's what it's called. The first one that makes fun of Christmas Carol is called Ha Ha Humbug. Yeah, I get it, because they laugh like that. And this one shows, like I said, Butthead, the whole world would be like if he wasn't born. Only if he wasn't born. Beavis is still born, and it shows that everyone's life is better. Like the neighbor, the principal, and everyone. So it's pretty funny for the most part. And as you guess, nothing really changes their lives. But hey, it's Christmas. I'm sure we can let this one slide. It's still funny as hell. Number 9, Peewees Playhouse, the Christmas special. Okay, yeah, there's no doubt. It's funny and it's nostalgic too. And I know Pee Wee Herman is questionable with his performance, his laugh and everything, but hey, come on, it's Christmas. You can't avoid this one around Christmas time, especially if you grew up during the 80s or 90s. I know this was actually a little bit before my time, but I remember watching this show when I was kind of young. And yeah, all the guest appearances. This was, I think, the only hour Christmas special. And I say specials, I didn't say movies. This isn't actually a movie. Of course, there was Pee-wee's Big Adventure and Big Top Pee-wee, but I'm not to get too carried away. But this one has guest appearances up the ass. I'm not even kidding. I mean, you got Whoopi Goldberg, who tries to get on, but obviously couldn't even though that. But that counts, too, for a short appearance. You got Cher, you got Shero, you got all these celebrity guests that I can't even count. And it's crazy. I mean, and of course, as you guess, Pee-wee tries to make a Christmas list, and he overdoes it, and gets greedy, and realizes that, well, sometimes you gotta give more than take more around Christmas. After all, that is the Christmas spirit. So, good special. I'd recommend it, especially if you grew up in the 80s. Hey, definitely shows it was made during the 80s. Has a lot of nostalgia put into it. Number 8, South Park. Okay, which one? I'd say the first one. Yeah, I know there were other ones which were pretty funny, and obviously this is not for kids, but the first one I remember watching was really funny, and it's a great take on what's going on nowadays in schools, with multicultures and stuff. And I can agree, it's it's a controversial topic. I mean, what episode of South Park doesn't get into controversial topics? This one obviously centers around, as you know, Kyle is Jewish, and he's in the production of the Jesus reenactment play of the birth of Christ. And his mom, as you know, is the big fat bitch. And she comes in, and that's where that song by Cartman is founded and first discovered, as well as Mr. Hanky's first appearance. And yeah, she, of course, debates on the fact that they're doing a Christmas play because they're Jewish, and she doesn't want it. So, of course, because of that, because of her big mouth, they have to get rid of everything Christmas-related, and that causes problems. How does the episode end? I shouldn't really spoil too much. Just go watch it and enjoy. But, like I said, it's controversial considering it's South Park. Not to mention, it's the only one, as I remember back then, where Kenny doesn't die. Spoiler alert there. But that was a big deal back then. Because, this was when the episode was fairly new. Number 7. The Simpsons. Which one? Like South Park? I'm gonna go with the second one. Yeah, of course the first one was the actual very first episode where they get the dog, but I have to go with the second one. I know anybody has their own opinions on this one. There's the third one where Bart burns down the tree and makes it look like a burglar stole it, even though they get found out for, discovered for liars. But the second one is where Bart wants a video game, which is an obvious Mortal Kombat parody, Bone Storm. And of course, you guessed, Marge doesn't want to give it to him because she thinks it's too violent. But he'll do anything and go out of his way to get it, even if it involves shoplifting. Yeah, he shoplifts the game and gets caught right outside after he sees Jimbo and Kearney and Nelson and all of them shoplifting and getting away with it. He feels as if he pretty much did something stupid and tries to hide it, and then he gets discovered. So, what do you know? Marge, well, he thought she was going to freak out, but she doesn't. She just pretty much, is upset with him, as you guess, and figures it's time to stop babying Bart. It's a funny episode. I give it credit. It's got a lot of funny gags to it, and I guess that's why I love this one, because I love Mortal Kombat, and it references it so much, with the game and everything. And sure enough, one of the writers or producers of this episode supposedly was based off of a stupid thing that he did when he was a kid, supposedly shoplifting, and, yeah, I could imagine the guilt that he must have felt after doing such a dumb thing and getting caught like that and embarrassed. So, what do you know? You became famous for it, and you did quite a job making this episode. Bravo. Number 6. Garfield, the Christmas special. Yeah, this one's got nostalgia behind it, alright. Yeah, I love the old Garfield show. I hate the new CGI one. Why does everything gotta be ruined with CGI nowadays? Even the crappy movies don't even add up anymore to what this classic TV show did. But yeah, of course it's also available on DVD with the Thanksgiving and Halloween special, but this Christmas special is special, because you see all of Garfield and, or I should say, John's relatives. They go out to the farm from the city, and Garfield, of course, at first is miserable, but then it eventually warms up to Christmas. And, of course, Odie makes him a back scratcher, and yeah. I just love this family. I mean, this family's awesome. The grandmother has to be my favorite character. She's wild, she's crazy, she'll do anything. I mean, she's awesome. Wish I had a grandma that cool. Not that I didn't like my grandma. I love my grandma to death, but it's Christmas, man. It's got a nice warm feel to it, bottom line, and it's old school. I love it. Alright, now, the first 5 Christmas specials will be continued in part 2. I apologize. Till next time, keep watching and be sure to turn into part 2, which I will get down to the very top 5, the bottom 5 of the top 10 list, and a couple of honorable mentions here and there, so stay tuned.